everybody, it's Carla from Casey Creates, and I have a couple projects I'd like to share with you. So if you'd like to see what I've been creating, then I hope you'll stick around and we can chat for a minute and I can show you. So I had a video sharing some of the unfortunate events that have been going on in my family, but some of those events have caused me to have to do a lot of waiting, and so I would grab bags of scraps and pieces so that I could craft. And I created a couple things. I think I'll show you my wall hanging first. So one night, I think I just had a bunch of nervous energy. Unfortunately, things have caused a good bit of anxiety, and I just couldn't sit still. I needed to do something. Plus, I don't know, most of you are probably like me, just to sit still and watch something or wait in a waiting room. It's hard to just sit there. You want to create or do something. So I made a wall hanging, and I just did this in one night. I just grabbed as many of the same tones as I could of fabrics and pieces, and I made this little vintage lace wall hanging backed on some burlap, and I just trimmed the edges with this pretty lace. And the picture is just a vintage picture of daisies. Daisies are one of my favorite flowers. And then on the very back I put music note fabric, and the hanger is just satin ribbon with one of the embellishments that I used on the front, a little beaded embellishment. I really have fun getting packages from AliExpress, and these little beaded flower, where are they, embellishments are one of the ones I got in the mail. So this is it. I have these really pretty tea-dyed dangle lace that was gifted to me from Edwina Kinch, and they were white, but I tea-dyed a lot of them. Gorgeous. I love the leaves. And then I mixed it in with some lace from some dangles from my stash that had this kind of I'm gonna call it beaded trim. So it's kind of varied throughout, and then at the very end of this little applique piece I put some dangle beads, and it's not translating well here. I probably should have showed it to you hanging on the wall, which I might insert a picture so you can see it better. And then the last thing I added was this little satin bow. I don't know why, but I just felt like that was the touch it needed, and I framed it in this kind of creamy pearls, and then put the little daisy appliques. These are chiffon little rolled roses that make a flower, and then I put a vintage little daisy applique in the middle. And this bottom flower is a few layers of lace, and then one of those chiffon roses, and then another applique rose with pearl daisy in the middle. So this is the wall hanging. It's got several layers of lace on the side. This is from the vintage lace that I got from Miss Pat. There's cheesecloth kind of frayed out on the edges, and I really like the shabby touch that adds to it. And then I cut up a collar piece for these daisy flowers that I put on the corners. So I like to do things in a diagonal, so what's here is here, and then what's here kind of complements what's there. So that's my wall hanging. And then the other project is a little mini lace journal, doily journal, and the doilies were made from these square doilies that I cut up and just put them together to make a small journal. There's not a lot of pages, but this is the back, and it's just got lots of layers of lace. This is a pocket that I plan to put a couple tea bags in, because I just love these. Somebody explained these doily books as a grown-up big girl rag doll, and that's exactly how I feel. They just have such a security blanket feel to me, because they're so tactile, and they're just so nice to, you know, feel and carry with you, and they're kind of soothing to me. So, which is kind of neat at this point in our lives. It's kind of nice to have something like this. So it was fun to create. I made some little lace rolled roses, if you can see those, and this one is more like a rose bud, so it's kind of laying down, and then there's one here, and then on the inside I've got some pink pearls, and I'm calling this lace journal a whisper of pink because there's a little whisper of pink on every page. This one has a tiny little clay rose, and I was going to give this packet of little clay roses away, and because I just never used it, and I'm like, oh, I might as well give this away. And then I've literally had it like 2 years. I finally opened it, and now I find reasons to tuck these little roses in here and there. So these are some satin ribbon roses as well. Rose applique here and here, and I have a cluster of them here, and I tied it with a piece of pink ribbon, lace ribbon. And this is the first page. It's a flower page, and I made that little lace flower, and it's backed on a tea-dyed doily, and down here is some pretty beaded pink trim. Then I have a little I'm trying to say, teacup image that's decoupaged actually. And then I've got some more flower applique, lots of pretty lace, and a piece of bling that's got a little pink center. So every page is going to have what I call a whisper of pink. This pink's not showing up real well, but it is has a round pink trim and then the beaded trim. And then the next page has another flower page, and it's got pink bling in the center. And I love this piece. It's like a vintage piece of lace with some velvet ribbon woven through it, and some more of those little resin daisies. When I'm looking in the camera, I don't know where to point. But I had fun making these lace flowers for this book. And there's just lots of layers of lace. This page, the image may not show up as well. Is there something on there? Yeah. But it's a fairy, 2 fairies, and it's my whisper of pink. And this is a chiffon rose with a pearl center. And then the other whisper of pink is just the little pearls in the center of these flowers. And these are just ribbon roses, but I put the pink pearl in the middle. So there's those 2 pages. And then the last 2 pages are this one with this ivory ribbon rose, and then I have had this pink rickrack for a while too. It's real tiny, but that's my whisper of pink, just a sweet little strip of rickrack going across, and there's some fibers, and this is also a pocket that I thought would be fun to put something tea related in there, or maybe a tag with a poem or something. I haven't decided yet. And then this is just a vintage rose image with some really soft pink seam binding for the bow. and then lots of layers of lace again. So to show you again, there's a soft pink lace ribbon to tie it up, and a rose image on the front, and a flower page and teacup, and another flower page with some pink bling, fairy images, and a pocket page, and the rose. And then this is the back again with the dangles and the pocket, and that's how it goes, and it just ties simply in a bow. So I did get to create over the last couple of weeks, and I thought I would share that with you. My sister and I have really been busy, and we've had another talk with my mom today about her relocating here, which is going to be the best thing for her, but that's going to be a challenge because of how long she's lived in our home there. But we will just keep trusting God to work it all out. And so I'm grateful for crafting, and I'm grateful for all of you, and I hope that you like my journal and my wall hanging, and you can share your comments if you feel so inspired to. And I will look forward to sharing more videos with you as often as I can. I really enjoy watching yours. Thank you for keeping me company. There's often times where I just have to hurry up and wait for things, and so I enjoy getting to pull up your videos on my phone and listen or watch. So I appreciate you all. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being there, and I'll look forward to sharing more projects and crafting with you again soon. Bye.